Wow, that was a book. That was 384 pages. Are you ready for a, a good mystery? Sorta, kinda, maybe, sorta. So, welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina, Kris, China. This is where we read books, talk about books, uh, no special effects, none of that special music that other chapters have. I mean, other channels have. It's just me reading books, talking books. Also, don't forget it's Flashback Mondays. I'm we talk about books that I was reading way back when, 2009, Romantic Times book review magazine. They did over 250 reviews a month. You can't beat that. You can't. You'd have to dig like crazy on Goodreads to find all these. So, and then there's Star Trek Fridays, and then my new series, If Then. If you like this author, then maybe you'll like this author. But while we are at it here, we are doing James Patterson, Unlucky 13. I don't know what the tie-in is, but you're unlucky if you eat a cheeseburger in this book. Seriously unlucky. So there's a couple of different things going on in the book. I took pounds of notes. Well, first of all, Yuki. Wait, let's back up here. I always jump ahead. Lindsay is a sergeant detective in the San Francisco Police Department, and I'm still yelling and screaming about the fact that she can't be promoted to lieutenant unless she gives up her street cred. Whereas my Lieutenant Eve Dallas in J.D. Robbs is a lieutenant and she's allowed to go out in the street to do detectiving work. However, she can't be promoted to captain without giving up the streets. Whereas Lindsay can't be promoted to lieutenant without giving up the streets. We also have the Women's Murder Club. Lindsay's the cop, Cindy's the reporter, Claire is the ME, and Yuki is the attorney. And Cindy was, Lindsay works with Conklin as her partner, and then Jacobi and Brady also. And Brady is her immediate superior who used to be her. I'm getting confused now. I'm sorry I'm messing this up. But anyways, we've got Yuki and Jacobi get married. And they're on a cruise in Alaska. Then we have somebody making a very, very small bomb in the size of a Tylenol capsule and putting them in burgers. And after you consume the burger, the stomach acid makes the burger explode and you explode from the inside out. Very painful, very excruciating, very scary thing to think of. And we also have a visitor from the past. We had a serial killer in the previous book, and he brainwashed a fellow cop, no, not a cop, an intern cop, Morales, and she fell in love with him and was obeying everything he had to say, even got into her brain, and even though he was don't drink my hot chocolate, even though he was in jail on, well, he had been in a coma for a while. And when he woke up, he tried to manipulate his way out of jail, going, well, I'll tell you where the bodies are buried. And so he manipulates them several times. And it irks the crap out of me that Lindsay is forever giving up her family to go spend time with a serial killer so she can find out where the bodies are buried, even though she knows and we know that he's never going to cough it up. He's just going to keep using it and tantalizing and tease you and tease you and tease you. Oh, I'll tell you, but you got to do this. Or I'll tell you, but you got to do that. But he's never going to tell. He's never going to tell. So he tries for the third time, and it's like crying wolf, but they still believe him. And he manipulates them and gets them to take him out of the prison and takes him to this storage unit where the bodies are supposed to be. And he manipulates things, and with the help of his cop that he is, or intern, they escape. And apparently they've been in love for years, and they had a child together, and they're just so in love. And circumstances, he dies. So in the end of the book, Morales, the intern, is still missing. So Cindy, the reporter in this book, gets word. Let me see if I can find it now. She all right, let's back up here. So we start the book with Rich and Cindy used to be in a relationship, but they broke up 2 months ago, and Rich is seeing another lady. However, they have political differences, so that becomes an issue. Then Lindsay is dealing with the bombing situation. And so while Lindsay and Conklin and them are busy trying to find out who's putting these bomb capsules in the cheeseburgers, Cindy had an idea and starts researching her idea that possibly the serial killer's mother is still alive, and she used to own property in another state, and Cindy discovers that the property still remains in the family name. So she convinces her editor to pay for her transport to another state. She goes to another state, she goes out to the house and sees some evidence that leads her to believe that Morales had been there. Then she goes to the local cops and talks to the captain and starts a little bit of something there. So he gets to working, and they go out to the house, and the house has been rigged to blow. It's got bomb triggers all over the place. So they get the bomb squad out there, and they defuse the bombs. They get into the house, and they find evidence that yes, Morales had been in the house. So while Cindy's busy going all over town, Lindsay is busy doing the bomb thing. And they talk to the owner of the cheeseburger company, the burger franchise. And at first they say nothing. And they're stupid because they said nothing, and people died because they said nothing. And then after another body dies because of the bomb, the CEO finally steps up and says, all right, yes, I got text messages demanding money. And in the beginning, it was like 50,000. The second time, it was 100,000. The additional time was 5 million. And he keeps paying. And I'm like, you stupid idiot. You keep paying, people are going to still die because the guy's going to keep threatening. Hey, look, I'm going to kill these people. You don't pay me. Oh, pay me. Oh, good. I'm enjoying this too much to stop. You need to keep paying me because I'm going to keep killing until I'm caught. So Lindsay and them, the guy finally starts working with them. They finally meet with this other person. So, like, this is one time where the killer is not on stage. Doesn't even show up till, like, way towards the end of the book. One of my authors says if it happens on the page, if the events happen on the page, then it's on stage. But if you're told about it, oh, I was talking to so-and-so, what happened last week, then that's off stage. And while all this is going on, while Cindy is risking her life going after Morales and the crazed killer flying all over the country, Jacobi and Yuki are on their honeymoon and they're on a cruise up in Alaska, which gets boarded by terrorists. And these people start killing people and they start, you need to pay us millions or we're going to keep killing these people. God. Bing, 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 bing. Wow, 10. She hasn't done 10 in a long time. Usually she stops at 9. So Yuki are on the cruise with Jacobi, and it gets taken over. They're taken over in the middle of the night, so everybody's in their night clothes and they're freezing to death. And it's an uncomfortable situation, and these terrorists are going to kill people. And, you know, if I've often, well, I mean, I know it's not possible because you could get yourself killed, but if there's only 20 armed peoples and you've got 200 passengers, if all the passengers got together, some would survive, right? But anyway, so they get terrorized for a couple days, have the scariest moments. They're all gonna have PTSD, and they're all gonna want to sue the cruise company of the Yin Yang for allowing this to happen. And apparently, there's a waiver you sign before you don't take a cruise ship. Why the hell do you want to take a cruise ship anyway? You know, why? Why? Don't get seasick. There's just to drink and to spend money and eat for 7 days. Why? I'd rather be in a library. I would rather take me to Salt Lake City. Oh, good God. I could spend years in Salt Lake City in the library. I went to this big library once. We got there at 8 o'clock when they opened. And I'd been there in my mind 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops. And my husband says it's time to go. And I said, what do you mean? We just got here 5 minutes ago. He goes, no, that was 8 hours ago. It's 5 o'clock. We need to go. They're closing. Why? So they're on the cruise and they're under attack. They've boarded the ship and they've locked up all the crew and they're killing the passengers off. And Lindsay is dealing with the burger bomb. And I want to, if word gets out, you all need to not reelect this mayor. I know it's a fictional mayor, but I don't care. So they're having this meeting with the mayor, and they're going, look, we know the bombs are in. What are you eating? Don't eat stuff. The bombs are in these burgers. You need to shut down this burger joint because the bomber is only doing this one burger joint, no other burger joints. And you need to shut all the burger joints, this particular, vendor. And the mayor's like, no, you can't, you don't have significant proof. You're like, what the fuck? You want people to die? They could close for 24 hours or 48 hours to give a chance to the cops to find who's doing this. But no, you're like, oh no, they're going to stay open. And then more people die. So if you don't close this burger joint and more people die, then it's on your head, Mr. Mayor, because you wouldn't let them close for 24 hours. They're rich. They can afford it. If a hurricane comes through and rips the building, they're going to be dead anyway. I mean, they're not going to get business. Or if the building floods in a storm, they can afford 24 hours of no service. and maybe it'll save several lives. But no, I was screaming and yelling at this fictitious mayor up the yin yang. Don't you care about people? And like, well, no, because you can't tell me definitively that it's this burger company. But all the people, 100% of the people that have died ate at that burger place. I was just livid. I know it was a plot point. I know they had to be scared that more people were going to die. But maybe they should have had Cindy run an article about, hey, don't eat at this burger place because people are going to die. You're going to die if you eat at this burger place because there's bombs in their burgers. But no, they don't do that either. Cindy's too busy trying to get herself killed going after Morales. Morales is dangerous. And Cindy keeps taking chances and more chances. And she keeps calling Lindsay. But Lindsay's too busy with the bomb people to pay attention to Cindy. And then puts everybody's lives in jeopardy. Everybody's lives. And her family's lives and her daughter's life because Lindsay ignored Cindy. And her phone calls. After phone calls. After phone calls. Because she was busy with the bomb people. So when she finally saves the bomb people, and her attention is diverted to the TV screen because she's worried about Jacobi and Yuki. And Jacobi, it's not Steve. Is it Steve? I know it's McLean. Bruce Willis's Die Hard character. Jacobi takes a little bit of that on and does some manipulating and conniving, and Jacobi helps save the cruise ship. So those people are going to have post-traumatic stress forever. Lindsay and Conklin solve the bomb thing, but not before they discover that one of the peoples involved was trying to portray a split personality or insaneness, massively wicked, didn't care how many people they killed. And then, so we've got the three cases. Yuki and Jacobi on the cruise ship. Lindsay and Conklin with the bomb burgers. And Cindy going after Morales, traipsing all over town, putting her life in serious danger. And at one point, Morales contacts Cindy and goes, I saw you. I'm watching you. You cross my path, I will kill you. And Cindy's life and Lindsay's life ends up in danger, severe danger. Lindsay almost gets killed several times in this book because she, one time with the bombing people and another time with Morales and Cindy, because I know it's plotline. I know they have to move it along. And I'm thinking, you have to think, if a book really stirs your emotions and makes you angry or makes you happy, then it was a good book. Because it pulled you in, it kept your attention, and it was like a soap opera or a TV show or something. You sit there going, don't do it, don't turn that corner, don't. Or tell him. And the person talks the way out of it and doesn't tell them. So it's a good book when it draws you in and gets you angry and stirs your emotions like that. So please check it out. Oh, and there's a little bit of a relationship twist at the end of the book that you might want to check out. It was a quick read, 3 hours, a little longer because I stopped for meals. So check it out, Unlucky 13. I'm not exactly sure where the title comes in. Maybe the number of people that was potentially dying on the cruise ship, or how many bomb burgers there were. But anyways, please check it out. Please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you.